Hey everyone, what's up? It's ChillCraft here. I just wanted to give a welcome to this new year, this new decade that we're kind of starting. I'm running in a little bit late. I'm in February putting out a video, but I think it's a good time to kind of give you an update on where I'm at. I haven't put out a video in a while, and a lot of people have been messaging me asking me if I've quit WoW. No, not really. I have been bored. It's just been running MC and AV queuing, and there was a lot of different life changes. I got a new position at work, sold my house, I moved, we had the holidays, we had a week where everybody had the flu, and I was also traveling for work. So it's been a very busy sort of December, January for me personally, and I decided, hey, maybe it's not my best time, just doing some of the things that I know I'm not completely into. Does that mean I'm going to stop making WoW content? No. I love video games and I love WoW, and I don't see myself staying away from the game. I do have some recordings from some stuff I did in November that I will be using to make some new content. And I think once BWO comes back, I will get that itch. I will be excited to make some stuff, and I'll probably be getting back in the game. One game that I'm super hyped for, which I know a lot of you guys have been asking about, was Warcraft 3 Remastered or Reforged or whatever its name was. I played Warcraft 3 before actually touching WoW back in the day, so I really wanted to see what they did with it. I know that looking back, I couldn't see it being as bad as it is and some of the issues that have happened. Thank God I didn't pre-order it, so I didn't have to deal with any of that stuff, but I saw all the chaos that was sort of happening, and I thought that was going to be the next thing. I was going to get into Warcraft 3 again, play that until I think like ZG comes out. I know ZG, as soon as ZG comes back, I'm in the game for sure. But I saw that and I was like, man, I really want to see what sort of happened. I hadn't played that storyline in a long time, and it's just complete chaos. If you don't know what's going on with Warcraft 3 Reforged, go ahead and look at Reddit. Look at the Metacritic score. It's got like 0.5 vote right now. It's absolutely crazy. But a lot of people have asked me, so what have you been doing? So outside of just life stuff, I wanted to do this video because if you're like me and you have enjoyed this channel, I want to talk to you about what I think is the best deal in video games right now. So this is Xbox Game Pass. So this is kind of like the PS Plus subscription service that exists. Now this is just a disclaimer for anybody who's out there. I'm not going to get anything out of this. It's just what I've been sort of going through for the last couple of weeks, and I thought, man, I need to share it with you guys, right? And another thing to note is I don't even have an Xbox. I have a PS4, I have a Switch. I haven't been playing those since I moved, and I got I forgot what it was, but I was looking on I think like the Game Deals subreddit, and they mentioned this, and I started looking into it. So if you come over here, I'll put the link in the description of the video here, but if you come into and you click on this link, join now, you'll see you get different offerings. The one I chose was for PC, and you get the first 3 months for $1. It isn't $1 a month, it's 33 cents basically each month that they are going to give it to you, and then you have to pay $14 quarterly. So quarter is 3 months, so roughly this is a $15 a month service, $15 a quarter service, where you get access to a bunch of games. It roughly comes out to about $5 a month. So it's 1/3 of what you would pay right now for your WoW subscription. I'm not trying to convince anyone to give up WoW. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So immediately as I signed up for this, I actually quit it. So this is actually going to stop. My subscription is going to stop sometime in April. But I looked at the types of games that they have. You don't get as many games as what exists for Xbox. But if you have a high quality computer, what I actually do is I have a gaming laptop where I use it for everything. I use it for work, and it's really easy just to take it over and plug it into my TV right there, and I get access to these games. If not, you have a good setup, you can play directly where you're at. So I wanted to show you what I've been playing. So you use this app, which is an Xbox app here. I've installed 3 games, which I've kind of been playing over the last 2 weeks. The Outer Worlds, fantastic game made by Obsidian. So if you're familiar with KOTOR 2, Fallout New Vegas, and I'm not sure if they've done, those are the 2 games I know for them. I'm pretty sure they've done other things, but it reminds me a lot of a mix between Fallout and Firefly, which was a show that was available for, I think, only a season. I think if you have Hulu, you can check it out. And it's got sort of this space cowboy sort of vibe to it, with that Fallout style of gameplay. It's a lot of fun so far. I've gotten off the first planet, got my ship, and I'm starting to go to other planets and doing quests and whatnot. So that's a game that I recommend. And if you just take a look at the pricing right now, it came out last year, but you're getting this game, it's about $40, and you're getting to play this game, basically for $1. And so there's a lot of value into this, which, just for this game alone, if I'm playing this for 3 months, it's worth it. Another game that I've been playing is Ori. Ori is a Metroidvania, which is another style of gameplay that I love. I'm a huge fan of the Metroid and Castlevania franchises, and I played Hollow Knight last year on the Switch, put like 35 hours into it. I love that game. And this was another game that is kind of like a more recent of Metroidvania that a lot of people saying, hey, you need to check out. I do not think it's anywhere near the level of Hollow Knight. That's just me, but it really is great on the platforming sides. I love the visuals. I love how it's like a vibrant Metroidvania. I mean, you either usually have like the space or the vampire castles sort of vibe to the Metroidvania, and this is like a really vibrant version of a Metroidvania, but the focus of the gameplay is almost all on the platforming. The combat is really weak in my opinion, but it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. And then the other game is Forza 4, which I haven't really gotten to a racing game in a long time, maybe since like Gran Turismo 2 on the PlayStation 1. So this is a game that I'm slowly sort of checking out. Played sort of like the career mode, and got my first car, and it's a really beautiful game. It has like this really cool rewind feature, which it's kind of like if you played the first thing that comes to my mind, I'm sure there's other games that do this, is like Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. When you do something, you're gonna die or whatever the case is, you can kind of go back in time. It kind of has that gimmick where I don't have to restart a race or something like that, and it makes the game super fun. You can do some crazy stuff and it not be that sort of frustrating experience that sometimes you get with a lot of racing games, where you miss it by like a minute or something, like a couple of seconds, and it can be super frustrating. But outside of what I'm playing, let me show you guys. If you come over here to all the games, you'll see more or less why I think you guys need to try this out. So what just got added was Final Fantasy 15. It isn't a game that I like. I tried this on the PS4 and I couldn't get into it, but I know there's a hardcore fan base that really appreciates Final Fantasy 15. If we take a look at, let's say, most popular games, you have Forza 4, you have the Gears series, which I haven't really gotten into. Gears 4 and 5 are on the system. You have Shadows of War from Lord of the Rings games that they came out, which I also haven't touched as well. You have the Master Chief Collection, which a lot of people are playing right now. It's big. It's kind of like a remastered version of, I think, the first 4 Halo games, and there's sort of a lot that they have to offer. It's almost like 100 different games here. If I come over here, I show you guys all. We can just go take a look at it really quick, highlight certain things. Age of Empires to Bloodstain, which is another Metroidvania made by Iggy or Iga, I forgot his name. But he's basically the creator of most of the traditional Castlevanias. He did Symphony of the Night and the Game Boy Advance, and I think the DS Game Boy Castlevania games, which were, you know, huge Metroidvanias. You have City Skylines. Now this interface is a little bit wonky. If you look at down here, you'll see that it's labeled as a beta, and it definitely does feel like a beta sometimes, where, you know, you're clicking things and you don't get that sort of interaction. You have Dishonored 2, but, you know, it's just the interface. As long as you can get the games installed, I'm sure you'll have fun. FTL is another game that a lot of people love. I couldn't get into it, but, you know, like, maybe that's something you want to try. Greece is sort of like a limbo style game, Journey, Flower, if that's your type of thing. I've been looking at this. It doesn't seem like it's a long game. I'm probably gonna, you know, try to hit it up. Hotline Miami, Into the Breach, Kingdom Come, Metroid Exodus, Metroid 2033. Let's see what else is out here. So, like, for example, Ori, I know it's a game I wanted to play. It has a sequel that's coming out, and what I thought was super cool is that the sequel hasn't come out, but you're going to get it immediately on the Xbox Game Pass. You can pre-install it, and as soon as the game goes live, I'm going to probably be streaming this game. And it's one of those things that I thought was, like, super cool. It isn't like just what you get with PlayStation Plus, where you're getting a bunch of old games. It does give you games that are Dead Cells, you know, they just came out, and it's almost like a simultaneous release. Guacamole 2, I played the first one, I haven't played the second one. So there's a lot of games here that, you know, like, have been on my backlog that I've wanted to try out, and it's a great sort of subscription service that's only going to cost you $1. If you're in another country, I'm not sure how that works, but I'm sure with VPNs and credit cards, you can get this as well. Pillars of Eternity, another game that I've been wanting to check out. Ruiner, you know, even Rise of the Tomb Raider. Rise of Nation was a game I used to play a long time ago. It was a really good RTS. Sea of Thieves as well. It's like, you know, these are games that I've been wanting to take a look at because I don't have the system. I don't have access to them. Shenmue 1 and 2, Slay the Spire. If you haven't played Slay the Spire, you love Hearthstone, you need to check out Slay the Spire. Super Hot, the Banner Saga Trilogy, the Outer Worlds, The Messenger, which is another Metroidvania, which is fantastic. Wargroove, I played a little bit of Wargroove. If you ever played, like, Advance Wars back on Game Boy Advance, this is, you know, this is a pretty cool game. I didn't like it as much as Advance Wars, but that's just me. So a lot of stuff that's kind of on the system here that you can go and check out. Yes, the interface is a little bit wonky, but, you know, I think it's something that's completely worth it. I think it's the best gaming deal right now. Now, if you don't have a really good gaming system, or you don't have the luxury of me where you can just move the laptop across, there is something that I will be testing out, and I might even do a video on it, which is GeForce Now. It's a cloud subscription service where you're basically using GeForce's servers. You're running the games that you own or you have access to on their servers, and you can use, you know, those old school Lenovo, Dell laptops with the integrated graphics card, and you're supposed to be able to get, you know, high quality, lag-free gameplay as long as you have I think like specific internet speed or something like that. So it's something I want to test out. I think there's a beta just finished right now that a lot of people have given a lot of good reviews for. So I want to do a video on that. Maybe we can do a collab testing Xbox Game Pass on like an older laptop that I have with that GeForce Now. So some of you guys can even try this regardless of how good your computers is. So with that, this different sort of video update and talking a little bit about Warcraft 3, WoW, and what I think right now is something that everybody should get access to. I don't know how long this deal is going to last, but it's hard to pass up $1 for 3 months of all those games. So check it out.